little batsman to watch.
The explosion of limited overs cricket worldwide in the 80s and 90s had created a colourful, fast-paced, new kind of sporting event. Pyjama cricket was scandalising traditionalists, but it was helping create a new winning mentality amongst Indian cricketers.
They don't play for draw. And one-day cricket taught you one thing beautiful: there is nothing draw. One-day cricket, either you win or lose. That's changed a mindset of Indian players also. We have to go for the win.
As for the fans, the one-day game appealed to the extrovert, loud, frenetic and haphazard side of their lives that could never be satisfied by Test cricket.
Indians actually are fast-paced people. The favourite word in India is jaldi, which means hurry. You'll hear that, jaldi, jaldi, hurry, hurry. What one-day cricket did, the success of one-day cricket did, was it made Indians realise it was a form of cricket which was much better, more lucrative in the sense of actually winning, having success, than the 5-day test match, which was much more enjoyable. So Indians took to that.
Terrific shot. 4 all the way, straight along the carpets. The batsman's name is Tendulkar.
When India co-hosted the 1996 World Cup, there was enormous expectation from players and fans that their team would go all the way. The home side got through to the semi-final to face Sri Lanka at Calcutta's vast stadium, Eden Gardens. Sri Lanka first got 251. India, with Tendulkar at the wicket, were going well.
Oh, he's got him! Yes, he's got him! I'm sure he's out. This could be a vital wicket. It was very, very well done. He's asked for the replay. Again, let's have a look. Back comes his front foot. He goes forward and his bat's in the air. That is definitely out. India are going to be 98 for 2, and they are. Oh, he's bowled him. He's bowled him round the legs. That's a magnificent delivery.
He's bowled him round his legs again.
Away. This is going to be out. Caught. It's high in the air. It's coming down. Yes, he's got it. This is going down the ground too. This could be out. There'll be a collision. He's got him. Yes, another one. The Indians are committing suicide. One by one, they're hitting him in the air, and one by one, they're being toppled.
An Indian collapse provoked the crowd.
And unfortunately, we've got a few problems out there. The Indians really are not taking this very well. Their bottles being thrown out onto the ground, but they really are not happy with their side. Police are beginning to circle. There are 110,000 people in this ground.
But the fact is that the Calcutta crowd is a very fair weather crowd. That when India is doing well, it's a fantastic crowd to watch, but they turn against very, very quickly. Calcutta crowds are waiting to erupt.
The Sri Lankans, I can tell you, have all got themselves together. They're not about to go and stand on the boundary.
The uncle who had taken me there said, "We must leave, there's going to be a riot." And I almost had tears in my eyes because I couldn't bear to leave the stadium. But he was right, and we went home and we watched the match. I saw the rest of it on television, and it was very sad because I think even at that age, of course you feel bad seeing your own team lose like that. But just the fundamental indecency of that event, I think was a very sad day for Indian cricket.
The crowd, that's Clive Roy, the match referee, going to speak to the umpires. He can make the decisions, can Clive Lloyd, former West Indies captain.
Faced with riot, match referee Clive Lloyd awarded the match to the Sri Lankans.
The match has been abandoned.
If you're crowd throwing stones on you, I don't think we've got a huge amount to defend there. But the manner in which it happened, Vinod Kambli walking off, crying because he thought he might have taken India to victory, there was a lot of sadness there. But remember, Indian cricket is followed like the Indian film. There has to be a lot of comedy, there has to be a lot of joy, and there has to be a lot of sadness, because all that is one package. And I think we saw that side of the package that day in '96.
There has always been a darker and violent side to cricket in the subcontinent. During the 90s, this was found in matches between India and Pakistan. The trauma of partition, war, a dispute over Kashmir, and now the threat of terror has complicated cricket between these neighbours and rivals.
Indian-Pakistan games have always been very charged. It's a family feud. It was once a family which is split up, which is never going to come together, and therefore a family feud always leads to a lot of bitterness.
A match in 1997 was one such family affair.
Just wonder if they're getting a little too involved. It's one of the players involved there that looks like Inzamam ul Haq has gone into the crowd. Now that's very, very unusual.
During the limited overs Sahara Cup, the Pakistan player Inzamam ul Haq was abused by Indian fans.
Hey, that is very, very ugly. I'm afraid it's not looking good at all.
So he decided on some rough justice of his own.
I actually think at that point, India and Pakistan playing cricket were actually dividing people rather than bringing them together.
Well, I can't believe that he's gone in there unless somebody has provoked him. Somebody has said something or thrown something at him.
In the late 90s, the feeling of a sport gone bad deepened when rumours of match fixing began to circulate. In a media frenzy, leading Indian cricketers were accused. Then a police report proved that there were direct links between players and illegal bookmakers.
People lost faith in everything they had seen, in all the matches they had seen. They no longer trusted the results. I had friends who didn't watch cricket for years after that. It was just the absolute loss of faith in the sport.
Sickening. Absolutely sickening. And when some of the players were found to be indulging in that kind of a nonsense. No. Cricket died many deaths then.
To take Indian cricket out of darkness and into the light, there was a need for a new leader. So, in 2000, the Indian selectors took a gamble on a player from the hotbed of Indian cricket, Calcutta. This was Sourav Ganguly, nicknamed Maharaj.
He is a man from a very, very privileged background, but yet with a very strong sense of mongrel in him on the cricket pitch. He is at once a very self-absorbed man, but yet he was able to give a remarkable amount of himself to his teammates.
Oh, 4 runs again, pitched up and smashed down the ground for 4. So this Indian attack at the moment is looking very ordinary.
Ganguly's first real challenge as captain came in the home series against Australia in 2001.
Caught at second slip. A comfortable catch there for Ricky Ponting.
The teams met for the second test at Ganguly's home ground, Eden Gardens. What followed was one of the most remarkable games of cricket in Indian history.
So McGrath's been bowling in swingers to Tendulkar. And that's it again, big shout, he's given in.
The Australians scored 445 in their first innings. India replied with only 171 and were forced to follow on, to bat again.
And there is a deathly silence around this ground.